Hello, welcome to cooking. Oh my gosh, what the heck was that?
What on earth is that?
Extremely dangerous. Come on, you can see its head. It all comes down to this moment. Oh, shiver me timbers. I am so excited about today's video. I have wanted to do a croquembouche for so long. I'm scared of it. I am scared of it. There is a guy from the MasterChef, I think in Australia, called Adriano Zumbo. Now, apparently when I did a tweet that said, guys, who makes the best croquembouche that I should try and follow? And this was it. The croquembouche, if you don't know, it's kind of like a three-dimensional triangle of profiteroles filled with creme patisserie custard, something like that. Just, yeah. Of course, we're going to do the whole diggy thing with the toffee sticky thing right at the end, which is, well, if we even get that far. But I just went shopping. They didn't like that. Boston, it's okay, boy. First up, we're going to make the choux buns. Not buns made of shoes. We have got a lot of eggs. The amount I need is pretty much all of these, but there's got room for like 2 eggs failures. Boom, in goes 425 mils of water. H2O, straight from your tappy tap. We need 400 grams of butter. Is going in there. You can cut it into cubes if you want, but I'm gonna be a little bit dangerous. I'm gonna risk it because it's just gonna melt anyway. A little bit of salt from the old electric mill. 530 mils of milk. It's like a little buttery island. And last but not least, just for the time being, the caster sugar. The flour and the eggs join it in a bit. Yep, so we've got the buttery milk mixture there, just coming to a boil. We do want to boil it anyway. And our flour, I'm efficient. I've just weighed it out, 530 grams. That thickens it up, and then we need to heat it again to cook it. Dumpage. We're gonna melt that butter fully up. We'll get there, it's getting close. Right, flour time. Oh, boom, one quick motion, stir it round. And now that it's all nice and mingled, back on the heat to cook the flour for a couple of minutes. And keep it moving because you don't want to burn it. This is the biggest amount of choux pastry I've ever cooked in one batch, so I am trying to really make sure it's all got the moisture out of it. Oh, that'll do. Taking it off the heat. You stay there. And I'm gonna run away. You see how much heat is coming out of that thing? It is hot, baby, and we don't want to add those eggs to it just yet, or you'll make an omelette, really. So the next step, oh my gosh. Sorry. The next step we do is add it to a mixing bowl and use an electric whisk to make it smooth, and it'll also help it cool down quicker. Oh my God, that's so hot, look at that. Apparently this should be, facial. It should be enough to make 100 of those choux buns. I feel a bit like doing some manual work today, so I'm gonna do a manual whisk for this step. For about 10 minutes on and off. All right, so amongst all that craziness of whisking like absolute mad, I've also lined 2 trays. I've got one smaller than the other, so this is gonna take quite a while to bake up. So it's time to no, it's not. It's time to answer the door. So 1 egg at a time, apparently, goes in. Literally 1, and we've got 16 sat there. So we're just gonna beat that through. See that in there? Eventually, it's gonna get glossy. So I'll see you in an excellent amount of time, get it? Totally should have used the electric whisk. This is so, it goes really wet, but then as you whisk it more, it does thicken up. So really do that, it's just gonna be the gun show. My arm is so sore. This is gonna be what we're gonna pipe. So let's preheat our oven. Oh my God. So this oven is getting preheated to 190C fan / 210C. Goodbye. Shall we dispose of these? Piping bag into a glass as we've seen recently, and we're gonna load it up. A nice pint of choux pastry. Oh my gosh. Whew. Circles. Not too big, not too small, but ideally the same size, which has normally been my downfall. But as I said that just then, that to me is the best I've ever done, and you guys know that. I gotta be honest, I am over the moon with how that's turned out. One thing this recipe has told me not to do is to put dabs of water on the baking tray, which I found with the eclair video helped to steam the bun, so I'm actually gonna do that. So not much and not hitting the pastry, but just around it to create a little bit of steam.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
17. I need to do 100. Well, so I've got 30 now, so I might be able to get away with 3 big bakes, the trays together. Let's get them in, and in 25 minutes they should be done. This is a random traffic cone there. Now, choux pastry is extremely temperamental, so whatever you do, do not open the oven once it's in there for 25 minutes. You want them golden brown. All right, little update. It's only been 9 minutes. Oh, 10 minutes now. Look, we have puffage. Can you see that? Do not under any circumstances open the oven. You will end up with saggy foot sole choux pastry. They're just about done. It smells incredible in here. There. The ingredients for the custard are here, which we're going to do, and I've had time to wash up. It's pretty intense right now, but we have to get the custard going because obviously that needs to be chilled when we pipe it into our final choux pastry bowl phase. Get it? No. Oh, look. Oh my gosh, every time. Oh, that's the fan that's doing. Oh, look at them. Beautiful. And not too much difference between the top and the middle shelf. So we're going to keep this oven on. Oh. And then we'll get these off the tray onto a wire rack and then pipe again. Yeah. We now must crack on and get the custard done. The custard ingredients are behind me. We need a vanilla pod with the beans inside. So let's just do that. I'll show you the rest as we go. 2 vanilla pods. Sliced down the middle with a sharp knife to open up the top half of it. And then I tend to do this with my hands first of all, just to make it a little bit easier. So you're widening it. Take your knife from one end, blunt side down. Don't want to de-sharpen the blade, and boom. Vanilla beans. You need 2 of those. 1.3 litres of milk. This is semi-skimmed. And just push in those vanilla beans. Oh yeah. And then actually the pods as well for the time being, but we can get rid of those. Boom. So... oh my gosh, it's going everywhere, you donkey. We're warming it through to really infuse that flavour in there whilst I clean my hob. So to start to form the creme patisserie, into this large bowl is going corn flour, caster sugar, and a lot of egg yolks. 18 to be exact. And sometimes when I've used this gadget, one of my favourite gadgets of all time, it doesn't always work. So I'm going to go old school and just pass it because generally that does work. So I'm going to just pass the yolk between the shell. 1. Boom. So we are going to whisk that through. Our corn flour, sugar, egg yolks mixing there, and our almost infused milk just here. Oh yeah, is ready. It's just under boiling, which is ideal. So let's get this done and get it in. We're under a bit of pressure here because I haven't even had a chance to look at those choux buns. We're just going by trust. In goes the hot milk. All right, and I'm going to do that in 2 or 3 batches so I don't completely swamp it with the hot milk. It doesn't completely bombard it. It's going to get warmed up again in a minute anyway. Come on. Oh no. In goes a pod. Whoa, that's hot. Beautiful. Whoa! Back on the heat to warm it up, and by doing so now with the egg yolk mixture in there and the corn flour too, of course, that will really start to thicken it and make our custard mixture. So keep your eye on it, keep your eye on the choux buns, keep your eye on your pugs. There's one there, and a traffic cone. So all I'm doing is whisking it, and it should thicken up fairly soon. Need to get these out because I think these are slightly more well done, aka burnt. They're not burnt, but you know what I'm saying. Oh, beautiful colour. Ha ha ha, hot, hot, hot. Boom chicka wow wow. Actually, they look like they could do with a little longer. They're going in for a little bit longer. Oops, oh really, please don't deflate on me. But these are good. Oh wow, that has thickened up in the time that I've been doing that. So I'm doing it gently so I don't spill that on there. Brilliant. All right, so out of nowhere, this has insanely thickened up. I kid you not, literally 20 seconds ago, it was really thin, and then all of a sudden it's just gone boom. We don't want to overheat it though, so I'm going to take that off the heat. That is thickened. Oh my gosh, what the heck was that? It's got a mouth. Ugh. I just also thought I heard a burglar upstairs. I was about to go upstairs with the pugs and a knife, and you're home from work for lunch.
Yeah. Right, look at the state of you.
What? Cornflour, it's alright.
What on earth is that?
It's a traffic cone.
Why on earth have you got a traffic cone?
It's perfect. That's what they did on, I think, MasterChef.
What do you mean? What are you going to do?
I'm going to put the profiterole buns that I've made in the cone.
In it?
Yeah. We're making magic here. Read your cone tract. Hey, what are you doing? It's not Becky Bakes again.
It's not on, you know that, right?
Yeah, I've turned it off to cool down. It's thickening up, alright?
It's thickening up?
It's custard. It's supposed to be thick. Amy, can you sort this out for me?
I'm interfering.
Oh, I like that. Cover the surface even though it's still hot. Apparently, I thought we'd wait for it to cool down a little bit with cling film, which means Rapmaster 3000. This just is going to chill, so I'm going to put it in my garage to cool as quick as I can. The custard is sat on top of the pizza van in the garage. I want to turn the garage into a studio.
No.
If you can't hear her from that distance, guys, she said yes, okay?
No.
Oh, that's better. What happened when the creme patisserie was arrested? It went into custody. Mrs. Barry's just gone back and I've just switched the oven off because the final batch are done. Oh wow, they look amazing. So they go there, and the custard has now come out nice and cooled, just to sort of room temperature to whisk this butter in. Pushing the custard on. Oh my gosh. This is weird. Wow, that's made it a little richer actually. That is now the best custard I've ever tasted. That is insanely good. Should we just stop it here and just have a bowl of custard? No, chill it. So that's going in the fridge. So now we're going to sort out the cone. What I think I'll do is... Yes. Hello. Please go to cashier number 2. Thank you. I'm having way too much fun. It's very hard to wash out the insides of it, so I'm going to line the insides fully with cling film. Oh my... You know what I'm like with cling film? Nice. It's going to be about getting that cling film... smaller strips. Smaller strips. We need smaller strips, thank you. I have completely lined that. There's a little bit at the back, but I don't think we'll reach that high. Whoa. Our custard is now nice and chilled. Piping bag is back with a slightly smaller nozzle. It's time to pipe a lot of these buns. So all I'm going to do, I'll just show you one. I'm going to literally piss it into it like that, and make a little hole, and then pump some cream in there. Oh yeah. There we go. So it's filled. I've now got to do that a lot. Oh, yeah. That took a long time. Let's make the tofu thing. 200 ml of water. This is 600 grams of sugar, so probably do it in 3 batches. And just when it's starting to get opaque like that, the rest in, and we'll give this a blooming good stir together until it's fully dissolved. So this is now hitting a boiling stage, and we're getting a liquid glucose. Apparently, I've never used this stuff. And squirting that in there, it's basically a syrup, and that will make our sort of caramel toffee. Now this is very, very dangerous with hot water and sugar. I think that used to actually be a medieval torture method. Please be careful. So I'm literally gonna give it 2 spins, 1, 2, just to make sure that that glucose is mixed in well with there, and that we just have to not stir it and disturb the sugar particles. Extremely, extremely dangerous. I don't want to say I'm a trained professional, but I've got some common sense. You wouldn't think that. We're going to slowly dunk these in extremely carefully into the cone. I've got a hoodie back on because I don't want to get any of that hot sugar on my hands. I also have a bowl of cold water down there, so the minute if I do catch anything on my hands, I can plunge them in there to cool them down instantly, and it'll hurt. But let's not worry about that. I don't want to scare you, although I'm scared. This first one doesn't really need anything in there. I'm going to shove it right up as far as I can go. Oh. It's a bit like childbirth with a traffic cone. Come on, you can see its head. So I'm going to do the dangerous bit now. So this is red hot. We'll let it, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. That's a spare. But that is why, all jokes aside, that we need to be careful with it. So just a little bit, and I've got to get it up in here. Oh no. Damn it, what's going on? I've just read someone else online that did it, and they basically used a smaller traffic cone, they washed it out with boiling water, and then oiled it. So I'm going to try that method instead, because the cling film is kind of pulling it all down, and I haven't got the time to kind of mess with that, and it will firm up before I even get that chance. I don't even know if that just made sense. There is water everywhere. Oh, I'm oiling the inside of my traffic cone. Right, let's do this. All right, here we go. Get in there. I can't see it. I can't see it. Come on. Oh no. Ah, it's not working. I'm gonna do my first join with small ones right at the top before even putting it in the cone. Yes. All right, so hot syrup. Oh my gosh, this is dangerous. Like that. Oh, there we go. There we go. We've got a lid. Right, that will cool down quite quick. And that can go there. Oh yeah. Oh, we're there now, guys. Oh yeah. And then push it in until it hits the point. So this one is going in. Yeah, that is much better now. I can see what I'm doing. I don't really need to tell you any more steps about this. It's just building up those layers. Oh, hello. It's actually pretty intense. I burnt myself a few times, but it's going okay. The scary thing is you just don't know if it's gonna hold or not. It might just all stick to the cone. We are coming near the end. Ah, yeah. Ow! And yeah, it just looks like a load of Yorkshire pudding stuffed in a traffic cone. But what I'm gonna do is just brush on a bit of syrup to try and bond all the base together. So between you and I don't think that's gonna come out now. I've spun it round, that's been another half an hour. It's been a whole day's filming, baby. And it all comes down to this moment. I've not really thought this through. Oh my God, it's dropped. It has dropped. My hand is stuck. Ah! Ooh! I think we just saved it. That side looks blooming amazing. Yeah. But let's try and do the spinny thing. I need to warm up the caramel again. We'll try and just like go like that and get loads of toffee on it. Right, so apparently if I get 2 forks, lift the hot syrup up and go like this. Oh wow! I don't know what I'm doing, but it's working. It's like, it's making the witch's hair all over my worktop, which Mrs. Barry's gonna kill me for, but also a really cool strand effect on it. Oh, I'm just loving this, but this again is extremely dangerous. So don't flick it in your face, on your pug. Oh, yes. In conclusion then, Croquembouche, don't make them. No, do. Look at that. That is awesome. I don't really want to do this, but I do. I am so happy that this has worked out. When you try it, yours will look better than mine, and I want you to send me pictures. Deal. Straight through. Stay. I hope that's what you're supposed to do in the flash restaurants and all that stuff. And it is supposed to serve 30 people as well, to be fair. Look at it like this. I think my kids have just come home. The caramel with that custard and it. Oh my God. Do you like it, girls?
Yeah.
Wow. I thought it was going to be covered in chocolate. Sorry. It's amazing though.
You can do croquembouche in so many ways.
Yes.
If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see me do it again.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Do you like it, Phoebes?
No. I love it.
There's a place in your house where it's cool to chill, get some me time, or even cook a meal. It's your kitchen, mofo, ain't no time to slack.
Just figured out, like, instead of saying croquembouche at the end, I can go croquemboom. I'll forget, so I've said that now.